Welcome, everyone, to the Daily Juice Podcast on the Betting Pros Network. I'm your host, Sean, Stacking the Money Green. Give me a follow on Twitter at Sean T. Green. And as always, Daily Juice is being brought to you by BetMGM. And they got a new offer for us. For the juicers, let's go. Juice 25 over at BetMGM.com. Risk-free bet up to $1,000 and a $25 free bet sprinkled on top of that. Let's go. All right, 1-4 on the night. Not ideal, but I did hit the 2-unit side. Got destroyed in the props. We'll recap those. I'll try to make excuses, try to learn from my mistakes, and then we will get to the picks for tonight. Interesting slate. I got a college football bowl game. I got a college basketball game, and I got a National Basketball Association game, a.k.a. the NBA, a.k.a. the hardwood. All right, let's get to it. Geno Smith rushing yards under 16.5. Got cute. Some of these are a little bit of a bad beat. This was just I wrote an L. I took an L. I ate the L. Ready to move on. We're moving on. You know, the coach is just always like, we burned that game film. That's what happens with the Geno Smith rush yards. It's a lot of these prop bets. I love the prop bets that are just one play, positive or negative. Unfortunately, last night there, it was negative. Christian McCaffrey receiving yards, gave out the alt line at 75, gave the regular line 33.5. Not going to give out the Discord user's name who put the kibosh on the entire operation when he said, we're going to get this receiving yards by halftime. I thought the same thing. I just didn't vocalize it, being a crafty veteran, knowing I would jinx it. No. Jinxes don't exist except on things I bet on. Man, he was 6 catches for 30 yards. They even got him a couple targets late. There was that last play where Purdy did a little boot action. He did the smart thing and ran for the first down, got the first down, and kept the clock moving. But would it have killed you to get the dump off for 3.5 yards, Purdy? I guess it would have. It was actually the right football play, which is always annoying. Christian McCaffrey it was seemingly like he might be involved a ton in the passing game. I knew he was going to get involved in the rushing game, but obviously thought there was some value more on the receiving yards. You know, they ended up getting Jawan Jennings going, and then Kittle, obviously, in hindsight, was the guy that really benefited the most. Kyle Juszczyk, receiving yards, I gave it about 6.5. It got cooked 0. Stone cold 0 for Juszczyk, and had some DGen only stuff there for him, some anytime touchdown stuff. And you get to the 1-yard line, you gave it to Christian McCaffrey? Come on. That is shenanigans at its worst. You're supposed to be the guy who overthinks it. On the 1-yard line, Brock Purdy, QB sneak. Fullback dive with Kyle Juszczyk. I would take a tackle eligible, even though there was no way to bet on it. On this game, I would have taken it. You're Kyle Shanahan. You run a dive play up the middle with your best running back? That's no fun. Come on, man. It's prime time. We're trying to have fun. Did hit the side. San Francisco -3, never in doubt. And this San Francisco team, defense looks legit. And I know everyone trotted out that stat of Kyle Shanahan with and without Jimmy G as the starter, but Brock Purdy, again, hashtag small sample size, but he looks like a guy who knows how to run this offense. Now, is he going to dominate and, be an MVP one year? I don't know, but he looks really good matched up in this offense. That defense looks really good. I mean, as an Eagles fan right now, they might be the top team I don't want to see in the playoffs because of the physicality, just because they're playing really well as a team. They seem to be rallying around him. I think they're going to be a tough out in the playoff. I know maybe some people thought their NFC Championship tickets were dead when Jimmy G went down. It's obviously not the case. They are alive and well with Brock Hard Purdy. All right, before we get to the picks, the free picks, as you know, picks are free and the contests are free. YouTube.com/bettingpros. Hit subscribe, comment on this video, automatically enter to win an autographed Stephon Diggs jersey. That thing's looking pretty fresh. And we will be announcing the winner of the autographed Stephon Diggs jersey live on our Saturday night episode. That is going to be going live at 8 o'clock East, 5 o'clock Pacific. It will be I'll be giving out all my Sunday picks. I'll be answering some of your questions. And then I'll even toss in I'll probably give out a play for the Saturday night game as well. This will kind of be like a pregame show, moving, counting you down to kickoff. I'll also throw in any sort of forced touchdown stuff in there. Normally I give it out in the Discord. I'll give it out on the YouTube live show. Give you guys a good reason to hop in, subscribe, turn the notifications on. Just mix it up. Give me your best bets. There's plenty of smart people in the Discord. I can't tell you how many times I've read stuff that guys have given out in the Daily Juice channel, the side channels with D Nizzy, the Parlay Palace, even like the other sport channels where guys hang out. There's a ton of good information there. I hate people who act like they know it all when it comes to gambling, but because you can always learn. There's a ton of good stuff. bettingpros.com/chat to get in and just mix it up. I mean, who doesn't want to talk about sports gambling all day? I don't know. No one I'm friends with, certainly. All right, let's get to the picks. UTSA versus Troy. I'm taking UTSA +1. You can get that number. I'm going to take 2-unit bet here over on PointsBet. Bowl game this season is going to be really tough with NIL, with the transfer portal, so many opt-outs, so many guys just not playing, so many coaches being fired, reassigned. To get down in these bowl games, you got to find some sure things, or at least like known commodities. For me, UTSA's quarterback, Frank Harris, he is a known commodity. This guy's a dude. He's agreed to come back for his 7th season at UTSA. Move over Van Wilder because Frank Harris is coming for your spot. I think there's some COVID eligibility in there. I'm sure some redshirt years. I have no idea how that works, but he is coming back for a 7th season. He's obviously committed to this team, and that's what I'm looking for in a bowl game. He had a really good season, 305, 429 passing, 3865 passing yards, 31 touchdowns. Also a decent scrambler, 588 rushing yards and 9 touchdowns. He's going up against Troy's defense that is ranked 94th nationally on third down. So I think Frank Harris can keep them out on the field, keep them moving the ball. It's weird. They kind of have a good defense, but the third down stuff I think is big. And again, Frank Harris, best player on the field for this game, and that will be the difference. So give me a UTSA +1 for 2 units. Next up, NBA, Magic at Celtics. I'm going chalky. And as a Sixers fan, it really pains me to keep giving out these Celtics plays, but man, if the Celtics team is just not figuring it out. And they even win and cover games they shouldn't, like the last time we bet on them against the Lakers. They completely blew that game. They were up like 20-something. Lakers send it to OT. They get to OT. They do everything they can to blow that cover and then end up still getting the -3.5 win by 4. Something's going right for the Celtics team, especially at home. 9-4 ATS for the Celts. Magic on the road. Nothing special ATS. 3-6-3 ATS. I don't know how you can have 3 pushes this early in the season, but that's the kind of stuff the Magic is involved in. The handicap's pretty simple. I mean, you have the number 1 scoring team in the Celtics going up against the 17th ranked defense at home where the Celtics thrive. I think this is a great spot for them, and they match up great against the Magic. 10-0 last 10 and 7-3 ATS. So give me the Celts laying 13 points. Still time, man. Omaha Steaks. Get yourself a great holiday gift or somebody to care about, your buddy from college, your boss. Again, perfect way to score points with the boss is get him a delicious Omaha steak. I mean, just imagine your boss eating one of those delicious Omaha steaks, end of the year, performance evaluation. I'm a boss. If someone sent me a bacon wrapped filet mignon, you don't think I'm going to think kindly of that person? So many great reasons to give out steak, and it's not just steak. I mean, the chicken's very good. It says ultra juicy burgers in the copy, and I would not read it if I did not believe them to be truly ultra and truly juicy. Not only are you getting 50% off site-wide, but when you use the promo code JUICE at checkout, you get an extra $40 off. Obviously, if they're giving you $40 off, there is a minimum there. But man, $40 off and 50% off site wide when you use a promo code JUICE. OmahaSteaks.com. Last play of the evening, Pepperdine plus 6.5 at Grand Canyon for 1 unit over on DraftKings. Maybe you haven't watched a ton of Grand Canyon basketball. I've probably watched more than the average person. This Grand Canyon team, normally a pretty good program, but I think they're kind of overrated here early on in the season, and their ATS record reflects it. They're 1-4 ATS at home. LMU beat them outright. And this LMU team, as much as I enjoy rooting for them, Grand Canyon should have had that win. Like, you got to figure out how to get that W. And Pepperdine, they're not horrible. Pepperdine, they're better at the free throw line, and 81st ranked defense efficiency-wise, according to KenPom, is the best unit on the court and better free throw shooting percentage than Grand Canyon. So, again, neither of these teams are great, and that's why you got to look to Pepperdine. The Waves, catching 6.5. So, here's what we got. Pepperdine plus 6.5 at Grand Canyon. Then the Celtics minus 13 against the Magic for 1 unit. And the UTSA Roadrunners for 2 units plus 1. And that is over on PointsBet. Meep, as the kids say, for the Road Runners. And, of course, BetMGM.com. The new promo, Juice25, $1,000 risk-free bet and $25 free bet. Follow us on TikTok at Betting Pros. Follow me on Twitter at Sean T. Green. Check out my other show, the Sports Gambling Podcast. And you guys know what to do. As always, subscribe, rate, and review. And, as always, don't forget to let it ride.